What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir.
The moment that I don't know about anybody else, but I've been waiting for this shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Episode 100.
100.
Yes, sir.
Shit, man. Hey, before I go into my usual spiel, thank you guys, man, for following us for 100 episodes, man. We're going to keep this train going. Make sure you got your accessories right. Make sure you got the kiddies to bed, headphones on if you're at work. Because for the 100th time, you might just hear some foul language. Just get it, man. Let's go.
Got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 100th time, y'all probably going to hear me say 100 times.
You're going to say it every time.
So
Let's go.
for the 100th time, man, it's the accessory check-in, bro. What you smoking, what you drinking, bro? What you got going on over there? I think I know what you're smoking.
I bet you don't.
No,
you might. So for the drink, I smoked this one all the way back from Indiana. Some Baker's Kentucky Bourbon single barrel, 107 proof. It's probably too hot to be smoking something or drinking something with so much proof on it, but I don't care. That's what I wanted. And a while back, I told y'all about this $75 Placencia that I bought. I figured it'd be good for episode 100. So here it is, right there.
I figured it was a goddamn Placencia, but I was like, green label?
You knew damn well. The Alma Forte, the natural Alma Forte has a green label too.
Nice. I'm curious to hear how that smokes as we go along.
Yeah, I heard a couple reviews on it, and we'll see what happens. Because the other thing you got to remember, it's a $75 cigar, so
yeah,
we'll keep that in mind. So, what accessories you have this evening, brother?
Oh man, I've been waiting to smoke this 1502. Nothing special as $75 Placencia, but you know this motherfucker smoking pretty damn good, man. Got my burn. I think I just about perfected my burn lines and shit. Man.
There you go. Good job.
Awesome, man. And for my drink, man, something special tonight. It is vodka, by the way, but it's vodka, some homegrown shit from fucking Hawaii in this bitch, man. And it's just pretty good, man. It just tastes and smells like fucking moonshine.
Oh,
yeah, it's just good. So you know, we'll check back in with y'all later, show y'all how our accessories and stuff is going, man, for the 100th time.
Yes, sir. There should be a counter, 100. How many times he says it. See if he makes it 100 times for the episode is over.
Don't play with me. I'll do it.
I know you will, and I will not be editing a counter in here, so don't look for that. All right, as usual, check back in. We'll let you know how they turn out. All right, everybody, it's time to do the Wibble, the what's best in life, to check in and see what's been going on. A little positivity, as usual. A common theme has been there's so much negative shit going on, so we try to balance it out with some of the positive. So, brother, what's best in life?
Well, my bottle, first of all, man, you know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to fund a trip for my wife to take a little vacation out to Hawaii, man, where she hung out with her sister. They ain't seen each other in like 20-something years or something like that. So it was good for her to get out there and do that, man. Chilled with the boys. We did our thing. It's fucking tiring. Shout out to you stay-at-home moms, dads, boy, because shit, it's a lot of goddamn work, especially when you got kids and a puppy. But, you know, it was all good times, man. We enjoyed it, man. We had a change of command inventory for my folks in the military or government period who has to deal with that type of shit. That shit's over with. Survive that shit. Another one, I can't count how many I fucking survived.
We got change command this week, too.
Yeah, shit sucks. But survived that shit, man. Big bro had a birthday, old ass, man. Happy birthday again.
Asian Bell, thank you.
I'm a couple of days late on calling our little brother. I said I was gonna make it a point to call Mike tomorrow. Yeah. Shit, went to a quinceañera last weekend. That shit was fucking live as fuck. That shit was dope, man. Like they had servers and shit, man. You ain't even had to get up and do nothing but go smoke if you smoke, man. They was bringing the beers around. I ate fresh cow for the first time. That was pretty damn tasty. And then they just party, man. And I was telling somebody at work, like, Mexican people know how to fucking have fun, man. Wasn't nobody in that bitch beefing. Everybody was just in that bitch drunk, partying fucking hard. They was walking around dancing in a fucking circle for like 2 fucking hours. And then, you know, they came home at like, had to be about midnight. And then they still was fucking partying till like 3. I woke up to these motherfuckers partying at like 9 o'clock in the morning, bro. They kept going until like 10 o'clock that night. They were just getting it. Well, I was like, man, That's what you call a good time, man. So shout out to them for inviting us, man. It was good to experience that culture, and it wasn't just us and Mexicans. You know, there were our neighbors across the street who are white. They was over there. You know, we was all, you know, everybody was chilling together, having a fucking good time, the way the world should fucking be, man. What else? Anime is fucking off the fucking chain. Like shit, that shit's still coming. I just found out they doing another fucking Castlevania.
Yeah, I saw the trailer yesterday.
Yeah, I ain't watched the trailer yet, but I'm gonna watch that shit tonight. So that shit fucking came out, man. They put Kingdom 2 on live action on Netflix. The shit was fucking ass, but I watched most of it anyway because I'm a fucking fan. But they got a lot of good shit coming out, and yeah, Kevin should be starting football soon. Waiting to hear from his coach when practice starts, and I'm still the WWE heavyweight champion in my house. I'm still the champ. We still getting it. Yeah, we've been watching wrestling like a motherfucker, man. SummerSlam's coming up. We're excited about that shit. Cool. And that's about it, man. Yeah, that's about it. How about you, man?
Well, we'll start with the anime, man. Anime fans are eating good, and I'm an anime fan, so I'm eating good right now. Watched Record of Ragnarok. Watched Dr. Stone. I think we watched Demon Slayer by the time I talked to you last.
Yep, you did.
What else did we watch? Watching Baki right now. I'll probably be finished Baki before the weekend is out.
Just
Baki is Baki. Wait till you get to episode 9. All I'm gonna say is episode 9. When you get there and you see it, you will know it when you see it. Call me.
Got you. Will do.
Because I was like, what the hell?
Will do.
So for those anime fans out there, episode 9, what the hell? Write it in the comments. But yeah, so and like all you said, the good stuff. I'm just letting some of it build up because I mean, Bleach is out, Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, there's just so much. It is Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen dropped same time Bleach and Kenshin dropped.
Bungo Stray Dogs, Kenshin. I mean, it's all out. I'm waiting on the One Piece live action. Normally, I don't care about live action, but this one is blessed off by the creator. So normally you don't get that same like the Cowboy Bebop one. He was like, yo, this ain't my shit. I don't know what the fuck this is. So you knew that was gonna be bad. But this dude, he picked the cast, he agreed off on the set. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna try, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
So he agreed with Luffy saying gumma gum.
Well, I mean, you gotta call out the shit. I mean, there's a couple things that you might not like. That might not work in live action, but so far, so good. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
I didn't know that, so now I would check it out myself, see if it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how you say. What does he say in English? Because we watch it dubbed.
Gum gum.
Yeah. So
he said gumma gum, like there's a fucking A.
He probably says like, I don't know. I have to watch it in Japanese. I mean,
that shit irked the fuck out of me. He said gumma gum. What the fuck is a gumma?
I had to listen to it again because I don't remember. Let's see what else is going on around these parts. Nas's new album.
Yeah, man. I still ain't sat down and listen, man. I gotta fucking listen.
It's short.
Man.
It's short.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
That sounds like one of my Sunday.
It's good shit. Finally, we had a watch party for the Juvenile Tiny Desk. That shit was good. Not only was a Tiny Desk good, it's good. And then what else? We had a watch party for that, so that was good. We had dinner with some friends. It was a good time, laughing, watching it, kind of remembering where you were when certain songs came out. It was like, remember where you was at for the 99 and 2000 when everybody's running to the flow. And you was like,
that's right.
She was just ready. So good times. That was good times. It was just funny watching that.
Y'all used to do this shit.
Yeah. Have your homeboy holding you up and shit. Yeah, good times, man. Let's see. I guess I think I'll try to post a picture in here if I haven't. If not, I'll just do a screenshot of a video. It's so damn hot in this garage now. I don't want to shoot MFR in here, so I put some stuff together upstairs and worked on a second set for MFR. So kind of like that. I'm gonna be tweaking it for the next couple of months, but nice little setup so far. So definitely so far so good on that. Got some lights, some little knickknacks, some pictures that I've had since MomoCon that I finally put up, man. So yeah, that Black Panther and that Berserk I've had since then. And I finally got a frame and put them up and look good. And they go with the one Kim got me for my birthday. So
yeah, I seen the picture, man. It's a good. Let's set up.
No, she got it from Father's Day. It was Father's Day. So yeah. So thanks. Kim's got a bonus at work. That's always good.
More money.
More money. Bonus and a raise. So it's gonna be good times next week. So we're excited about that. She can go do some fun stuff with that. And it's always fun. Let's see what else. I got a new recliner. Some seriously good shit. It is definitely a hell of an upgrade from my old recliner. It's a power recliner. This shit has a remote control. Nice. So I'm sitting up there like, although it's annoying as shit because like you recline, hit the button, lean all the way back, and your drink is like right there. And like, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know that fucking feeling.
But it's nice. It's got the lumbar support, the headrest, nice and comfortable, good for the old person back like mine. But yeah, other than that, man, episode 100, we here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
good
sir.
Times, man. So you guys leave it in the comments. What's best in life? Let us know. We made it up to 75 subscribers. Yay.
I seen that today. Shout out to you who subscribed.
All
right, man. So what's happening in Mississippi, man? And believe it or not, my 12-year-old told me it's about to start happening across the country. We're gonna leave it with that. But that's why they're doing exactly what the fuck they're doing, because they did it in Mississippi. And it's not necessarily a ban. You just gotta like pretty much sign up for an account and verify your age, and you gotta go through all these steps. You can't just go to like Pornhub now and, you know what I'm saying, watch busty midgets doing cartwheels or some shit. You can't just do that no more.
That was very specific, man. I'm just gonna leave that there. But
my mind just does this, man.
Whatever you like, whatever.
Hold that for me.
I mean, hey,
hold
no
that
judgment
for me.
here.
Anyway,
I mean,
I'm gonna keep going. I am not listening to this motherfucker tonight. We're not doing this shit tonight.
I'm just saying. Yes, we are doing this shit. You picked this fucking topic. You picked porn bans, and you talked about busty midgets and little people. So
yeah, little people. I'm sorry.
We going there.
But anyway, god damn it. So they got this thing going on now, and they trying to make it nationwide. Man, some people are with it, some people are fucking against it. I didn't even have people like, man, just get you a fucking VPN, man. I'm like, it ain't that goddamn serious, bro. Just go get some pussy. But what you think about the porn ban or porn hoops you got to jump through to?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all. I mean, so it's one of them things. So like, personally, it doesn't affect me at all. I don't really give a shit. Right. One, I don't watch porn. Two, if I did, I live in Texas. Texas don't take your porn bans and shove it, sir. This is the great country of Texas. So, but to that point, if you care and if it's a thing that impacts you, yes, VPN is the way. It's not that big of a deal. I run a VPN on my phone just when I'm like out at like public Wi-Fi's and shit. So that's one of the features of VPNs. For those that don't know, I don't remember what VPN stands for right now. I've just referred to it as VPN so long. It's VPN to me. But one of the things is to protect your stuff when you're on public Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. The other feature of it is to basically mask your location. So it'll basically like one thing really too, plug for VPNs right quick. So like all Netflix accounts and shit like that are not created equal. So let's say you have Netflix and you want to watch something that ain't on Netflix. Like all the Dragon Ball is on Japanese Netflix. So that's one thing people do talk about all the time. Like anime fans for years have been like, switch your country and you can find like different shit to watch on your VPN. And that's one of the things you can do in order to get your Pornhub to come up. What you say, busty midgets is your thing, or busty little people is your thing. I mean, whatever your thing is. I mean, if you like them 4 foot and under, no judgment here. So that's what you do, get your VPN. But I think if I remember reading the article correctly, Mississippi is trying to enact similar legislation to Virginia. I think it's done it, and Louisiana is trying to do it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll stand once some lawsuits kick in, because damn well some people are going to be like, yo, I need my stuff. So I'm sure that's going to happen. Lawsuits are going down. Also, and then the other side of that is what I read is Pornhub has decided that instead of like trying to comply with that, they just shut it down in those cities. So it's very similar, or states rather, because crypto had the same issue a while back, and so like certain like exchanges you couldn't use in certain cities or certain states because it wasn't legal, or in certain cities because I think certain ones you couldn't use in New York. So I mean, it's kind of there's ways around it really that are legal to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to give your account information, give your name. But like I said, I think Pornhub is cutting it out in those cities anyway to just be like the hell with it. So yeah, get your VPN, find you a new hobby, go meet some people or something. I mean, and and I will say, most people equate watching that shit to, that's all you do and watch it in the house. I mean, couples watch it too. So I mean, I won't necessarily be like, oh, you ain't got a life. You sit in your basement and watch it. I mean, it is what it is. It ain't my thing, but to each his own. And so, yeah, that's what you can do. So what do you think, man?
Well, I think out here in Mississippi, it's gonna be some very, very strong ass, aggressive motherfuckers around this bitch. I think these motherfuckers gonna go nuts around this motherfucker, man. But
pun intended, right?
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's not a bad idea. First and foremost, let me say, because you do gotta kind of protect these kids from some of this shit. Like I said, my 12-year-old was the one who told me about this shit. And,
but see, and here's the thing with that though. I mean, you got to protect your kids, but I guarantee you, the kids that you're trying to protect be like VPN. And I'm sure they've seen the NordVPN commercials on YouTube and shit, just like everybody else. So
yeah, that's true. But I get with the sentiment of it, trying to protect the kids and all that type of shit like that, man. But I mean, they gonna get access to this shit anyway, one way or fucking another. Like you said, these kids, they know more about VPN than probably me and you put together. Some of these damn kids, man. So they're gonna do the shit fucking anyway. Also, that's just one. There's more important shit, in my opinion, for y'all to be trying to ban and put restrictions on and shit like that. But y'all are focusing on shit like porn, and it's the old southern states, man. It's the good old southern fucking states doing this shit, man. But when I heard it, I didn't believe it. So I said, let me try it right now just to see what comes up. And I put it up and had the whole fucking disclaimer. I was like, oh shit, that shit's for real. Goddamn, that's crazy as fuck. And now you gotta put your fucking, and then that's the same. I mean, that's really, it ain't really stopping shit. If you really fucking think about it, think about kids who can't have access to like Facebook and shit like that. Now all they gotta do is put in a different fucking year on their fucking age, and guess what? They got motherfucking access. So it's really not stopping shit.
I mean, and that's why, like when you said, give it to them for trying to do something to protect these kids. Again, it sounds good. You can say you tried to do something, but we all know that it's bullshit and ways around it.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Like I said, I give them credit for trying, but it ain't gonna equate to shit. Because all a kid got to do is go in there and put their birthday 1/1 fucking 1995, and guess what? They got access to all the shit they was accessing for free.
You ain't got to say 19. You can say 2001 now.
Or 2000.
Or
10 should be 20 in a few weeks. Goddamn. But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, y'all just find some more fucking hobbies if y'all are really that mad about it, man. Or you know what I'm saying? Go find you a good woman. Go find you a good man. Use your imagination. Things of that fucking nature. But they gonna do what they gonna do, man. There's always some hater in a suit that's gonna try to limit some shit because they can't do it, or they probably got caught doing it. But something else about it is also porn is actually an addiction, just like alcohol or anything else, and maybe that's the route they might want to try to. I don't fucking know what these motherfuckers be doing, man. Like I said, I get what they're doing, trying to protect the kids and all this other shit, but there's so many fucking ways around it. It's kind of like a gun ban.
It's exactly that same kind of energy. I was gonna say it, but same kind of energy.
It's a gun ban. Like you could ban the guns, but they'll find a way to fucking still get them same motherfucking guns.
I tell you what, boy, OnlyFans subscriptions in them states is going to go through
the skyrocket. Everybody got a Twitter now. That's why fucking Elon Musk changed the goddamn logo.
Yes.
That shit about to go nuts over fucking Twitter right now.
Let them increase the video limit. Oh man, it's shit. You got Tina Knowles' husband. You heard about this shit?
No.
He liking all the porn posts on Twitter. They said he was going ham on them like heart. They were like, damn. And then they called him out. He deleted his Twitter.
Of course he did. Fucking birds.
He's like, oh shit, I ain't know they could see me.
But you know, just find another outlet, guys, until y'all figure out what y'all want to do, or just comply, follow the shit. I mean, if it's that serious to you, you know, just sign up direct like you're supposed to and get your porn on, man. You know, enjoy your goddamn self if that's what you want to fucking do. I mean, I personally haven't watched porn since I don't know, probably when I was deployed, maybe. But like you said, it doesn't directly involve me. So honestly, I really don't give a fuck. But that's just something that's going on in the fucking world right now. And I thought we should fucking address it because, you know, some people are feeling some type of way about it. Those good, wholesome Christian homes are, you know, completely like, yeah, hell yeah, it's about time they fucking ban the porn. So,
I mean, but it's not doing anything. I mean,
it's not doing shit.
Other than you saying that something was done, and you feeling like something got accomplished.
They ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Ain't doing shit.
They ain't doing shit.
Ain't doing shit.
So what you guys think out there, man, about the whole porn ban, or because it's really not a ban, like we was talking about earlier, the porn legislation. Let's just say that. What y'all think about that shit, man? Y'all put some in the comments, man. Episode 100.
Yeah, here we go. This is the 100th, or not 100th, because we didn't do these in the beginning. But this is one of our accessory check-ins. So, brother, how your accessory treating you?
Hey, good, man. You know, I haven't had a chance to pair this. I think it's pronounced Fowl. Shout out to my sister over there in Hawaii. She gonna send me like 4-5 more bottles. But I think I'm pronouncing right. But I haven't paired it with a cigar yet, and it's actually surprisingly pairing pretty fucking well.
Like it's finally not miserable over here. That's good.
Yeah, right. Like when you try it, I'm telling you, bro, it smell and it's drink just like it's smooth, just like some good moonshine from Uncle Gene or some shit like that, man. It's just the shit's fucking shit's pretty fucking good, man. The cigar, while it's burning fast, it's really, really a good cigar, man. I wouldn't say for me. I got certain cigars that I call podcast cigars, and some I call port cigars. I think this would be more of a port cigar for me. It wouldn't be necessarily a podcast cigar, but still a good cigar, man. How about you with your rich Negro cigar over there?
So, I did it for the experience, and Placencia is one of my favorite brands. It's a good cigar. So far, good cigar. I mean, it's milder than I was expecting, but again, for the price, I'd rather go get like 3 Amafortes right now. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. If they own close out somewhere, I'd buy some more. And I've also learned too, like a lot of people that they gear these more expensive cigars to tends to have a milder flavor profile, and that ain't the flavor profile I like. But I mean, it's not bad. Performance is good. I had a little crack on it, but it might have been for me. And yeah, I mean, it's a good cigar. Just I wouldn't buy another one. Not at the price. I mean, if you knock the price off, and then special edition for I think like the World Cup last year or something. So I mean, it is what it is. Definitely about the experience. It's fun to see. So, you know, I'm not mad about it. I ain't going Scrooge McDuck on it, but it's experience. All right, we're gonna play a little game today, folks. We gonna play Is It Racism?
Dun, 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 dun.
I've been traveling and perusing around the internet a little bit over the past couple of weeks, couple of days, and I found some stories. And this first story is what made me think about the topic. So I'm gonna let you guys see it. I'm gonna let Casey see it, and then we're gonna talk about it after we watch the video to see if it is racism or if we think it's a racist event. So, without further ado, let's begin with the first one.
That I was about to have an appraisal, so I took down all the black art in my house. I also took down anything that showed that I was black, like albums or even baby pictures of my kid.
Had to meet Jude Bernard, who's going to be sitting in for me today.
I'm going to be claiming I'm your representative.
A representative.
Yes.
Exactly. So, it's what we got to do. Got my appraisal. I'm about to leave the house. And let a representative show the space so that I am properly compensated. It's the game.
Although the appraiser looked like a cool and a down-to-earth kind of guy, I've been shorted before and I didn't want to take any chances. So this is why I went through these lengths. Last January, my house appraised for $4.4 million without being de-blackified. My new appraisal came back at $4.9 million, $500,000 more than just a year and a half ago. Did my house appreciate $500,000 or did I get $500,000 for de-blackifying?
All right, man. So what do you think? You think it's racism?
I wouldn't necessarily say racism. Is there some prejudice there? Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're American citizens and everything like that. We should be getting our houses appraised just like anybody fucking else. You shouldn't have to go to those fucking lengths to get the highest amount that you could possibly fucking get. And it's ridiculous that this brother had to even remove the pictures of his fucking kids to actually sell his motherfucking house, man. This shit is just ridiculous to me. But as far as it being actually some racist shit, no, I don't think so.
Okay. So for me, I think he would have got that appraisal if he just would have removed the booty face. So when you look at the video, there's the booty face in there. So that's probably what did it. So me, I'm going to take a different approach. So I think the concept, there's racism involved with this concept, but I think in this particular case that this gentleman is talking about is not racism. And the reason why I say that, now when I watched the whole video, I was going to stop it, but I thought it was important to play the whole thing because when you get to the end and you start talking about the numbers, it's like, I don't know, because one, it went up $500,000 in a year. So that's about a little over 10, I think almost 12%, if I remember right. So 12% in a year on a house is possible. I mean, my house has gone up 100% since I've owned it. And I mean, that is what, and that's conservative. That's without even trying hard. So I don't think that, I mean, had he said it was like 30 days or 2 weeks or something, I would be more inclined to be like, all right, yeah. But $4.5 million house going to 4.9 in a year, that's not too difficult, I don't think. So I think, I don't know, this one was a little misleading to me, and I'm not going to quite call racism on this one, but I'm going to call the concept racist because I know my in-laws, they de-blackified their house when they were selling it too. So, and I know it does happen. And there's been some lawsuits that have been won for that reason. So,
as there should have been.
Yeah. All right, man, let's go on to the next one.
Let's get it. I got a feeling you about to start diving deeper and deeper into this fucking hole.
What if Batman was black?
What if Batman was black? You know, black billionaire with us. They would figure out who this nigga was immediately. Like, where does this nigga get all this money for suits and cars and shit?
So that's really all we need to see on that one. I'm not gonna make them all serious because the world is too serious. So, Batman black. Do you think it could happen? How do you think it would be?
Exactly like that, man. For one, he's not gonna be working with the goddamn commissioner. You got this black man in all black flipping and kicking and shit with all this fucking money. that could be a song. Hey, MLB Nord, you got your new one. But no, it'll go just like fucking that. If Batman was a black man, it would go just like that. Like like he said, where the fuck is he getting all this money, all these cars from? Let's investigate him further. He would have fucking been shown to be Batman a fucking long time ago. He wouldn't have made it.
See, another reason why I don't think it could work is because old money. Batman comes from old money.
Yeah,
old money.
That's a damn good point.
And that part would be difficult to have old money for that long and that being the issue. And, if he lost his parents like he did in the story, them not trying to fuck him over for all that money once. So, unless they had a bomb-ass legal team set up. So, they had some Johnny Cochran and shit on retainer. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. Let's go
on to the next one. I like this game.
Like, black people have taken a lot of ginger characters. Superman's best friend is now black.
JJ, get your man.
No.
Get your man. Get your man.
The Little Mermaid is now black. Starfire is a ginger. Not anymore.
We did take Star. Damn it, you right.
As far as DC is concerned, he is right. We know the formula, DC.
Yes.
we see what
Wally West, also.
You got that right. He's right. What the man?
All right. So, do you think that's intentional, or why it's got to be all the gingers, man, that they got to make them black? Because I noticed that, and then I saw this video. I was like, I ain't the only one.
Because people consider gingers minorities too. just simply put, if you look at like statistic wise or whatever, the percentage of gingers and stuff like that, they're considered minorities too. So those would be the easiest for these motherfuckers to change without a Caucasian uproar, if you will.
Oh shit, there was an uproar for every one of those characters.
Which of course it was. Of course it was. But I
pissed off.
But that's probably their mindset, like, okay, it's a ginger, so we can just change it. Now, if it's blonde, blue eyes, then yeah, we're gonna have a fight, so we're not gonna fuck with that. But gingers, or some of the Caucasian community contribute gingers to being on the same level as fucking black people in a lot of fucking cases, because they treat gingers a hell of a lot different. And I know that because I got a couple of friends that are gingers or whatever, and they tell me the same type of shit, man. They people treat them just as fucked up as they would treat a fucking black person sometimes. So I think,
heard that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Only thing I hear in relation to gingers is going back to our previous topic. People in Mississippi might be mad because they can't find their favorite ginger. All I've heard about is it being the fetish. So, but I thought it was interesting that it just so happened to be those characters. But
yeah, but that's what I think, because they consider gingers kind of like the minority. They'll be easier to change without a potential uproar. But of course, there was a fucking huge ass fucking uproar, especially with Little Mermaid was concerned. Haven't watched it yet. Heard it's really good though.
Yeah, Simone and Kim watched it. See, there was an uproar for a lot of them. What is it? There was an uproar for Starfire for the Teen Titans live action. I remember that. They was pissed off about that. I hadn't decided if I'm gonna watch it yet. Wally West, they were mad. Superman's homeboy, they was mad. All of them. I mean, there was people pissed off about all of them. So this one's a little bit different, and I'm framing this one a little bit different.
Only paying for what's on the check. I'm not splitting the bill, Shawty. That's crazy. You expect us to split the bill? You got lamb chop. You got steak. Look at all that. Look at what all they got. They talking about splitting the bill. Come out for? What did you come out for? I'm saying again. My thing is, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing way too much. We didn't order all that. But when I'm only paying for what's on the check, I'm not splitting the.
All right, so this isn't technically a racist issue, but I was gonna say, do you think that this could be seen by a racist and be seen as like, I ain't expecting nothing different? And then two, do you think he was wrong for arguing about the bill?
First, yeah, exactly. They'll look at that like, all these Negroes together, and they order all this shit. Now they're arguing on how to pay it. They ain't had no business.
I hear Uncle Ruckus.
They ain't had no business being in here any damn way. What the hell they doing in here? I could definitely fucking see that. Now, as far as was he wrong, I would say yes, but I would say no. Yes, he was wrong, because you know what your bank account is looking at before you decide to go on these excursions with your fucking people, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, we're gonna turn up, and then you ain't got no bread to fucking put in. We had the same fucking incident at a bachelor party. I'm sure you fucking remember. Motherfuckers, we're gonna turn up, and then you ain't got no goddamn money to turn up, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live your fucking truth. But at the same time, I would say no, because they came in there with the intention saying, okay, my bank account is like this, but these motherfuckers are ordering lobster and all this other fucking shit. I'm not helping pay for this shit when I just ordered fucking appetizers, because that's all the fuck I could afford was fucking appetizers. And honestly, if you're there for a birthday party or whatever, you're there for the fellowship and the good time of it. Y'all should know what your bank accounts is looking like before you decide to do all this shit. You can't go into that shit assuming, it's gonna be 10 of us. I could order this shit. This shit gonna be split up and down the fucking middle. No, bro's not fucking wrong for fucking snapping. And he was like, well, what you come out for? He came out to have a good time with his motherfucking people. That don't mean y'all gotta order all this fucking expensive shit. And just because it's a lot of y'all think this shit's gonna be split down the middle and fucking paid for. And it also goes back to the first question you asked, and that's that stereotype. Like we in this bitch living outside our motherfucking means. Like it's embarrassing for all parties.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. only thing I'll say is, I mean, thinking about when we go to birthday parties and shit, like if I go with Kim and it's a big group of us, I mean, or even when Kim and I were dating, I mean, we're married now, so it doesn't really matter. Bill's gonna be covered regardless. But when we're dating, I'm gonna cover my wife's food or my girlfriend at the time. Or, you know, people might be like, we gonna put in and cover the birthday person's food. And everybody else pay for their own shit. I mean, it's not that hard to do that. Or one person gets it. I mean, especially now in the days of Cash App and Zelle and all that shit.
I pay. I mean, everybody Cash App me. They part. Yeah.
Yeah. Now because I think if I remember, the bill was like ridiculous. It was like $4,600 or something.
God damn.
When they looked at it some more, because people was ordering like appetizers, drinks.
You see what I'm saying? That type of shit.
I mean, so I mean, I think if the birthday person turned up like that, and you split their bill, and like let's say their bill was $400 because they turned up. Okay, that's fine. That's the birthday person. Let that happen. But to just split the bill all the way down the middle, hell no. Hell no. Get this shit together, and y'all discuss that shit before y'all get there.
That's what I was just about to say.
So you don't have these kind of arguments in person.
Yep. Go ahead and say, hey man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. What your shit look like? What your shit look like? Oh, you sure? I got you. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have those conversations. Y'all can't just go in this bitch. Oh, we flexing, turn up. In your pocket.
I tell you that event, that situation you were talking about, the motherfuckers didn't talk about that shit beforehand either. So there's that.
Nope. It was just, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. And shit, man, you was was paying for every goddamn thing right now. Like you, even on the fucking female side, man, they had to put in on certain fucking females to get into the motherfucking spot. Like, y'all gotta have these conversations. That's really what it boils down to. Have these conversations before y'all decide. All right, we're gonna turn up. You can't be like, shit, it's whatever. I got it. It's whatever. I got it. I'll just be late on the fucking rent payment or some shit like that. Come on, my people.
So this one, I'll play this one real quick.
My wife is just going to make a video.
Hey, you got a stand for him. Make your woman want some more, nigga.
So in this one, they said ended racism with this one. I'm gonna call bullshit on that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like it seems like a feel good thing, but to me, what it feels like is it's like one of those almost on the same energy of like fetishization of black people. Like, oh, we got this black guy with his music up, his old school convertible. I want to get in this, but for the views or whatever. Look at me, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's trying to leech on culture for that one. So it's like it's that racism you don't expect, I think, or those racial undertones that you don't expect. Like the guy might not necessarily be a racist, but I see that there's a negative connotation to that a little bit too. It did not end racism at all.
Now, as far as ending racism, yeah, that's far-fetched as fuck. And your point was a very fucking valid point. I didn't even think about that. I absolutely agree with what you're saying. What I'm gonna add to it is yeah, it's not gonna end racism. Yeah, it's probably could be like a fetish type thing, but the perception of it, like, it is a good thing, showing that, you know what I'm saying, all white people ain't like this, all black people ain't like this. It's the perception of it that'll, you know what I'm saying, kind of say, all right, they ain't that bad. Let's fucking bring it to fucking together. But I get it. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, it's, yeah, look at me. I'm doing black people do. I'm
hanging with the Negroes.
Yeah, most definitely. I get it, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of people outside of that will see it and be like, "All right, man, white people really ain't that bad. Let me go find me a little white friend or something like that." So, in racism, no, but could it give perception and blend the cultures and create an understanding? I think it could.
So, all right. So this one, I don't know if this was a video, but this actor was wrongly tased after reporting a burglary in his house. So without reading the story and going into all detail, basically somebody broke in his house. He called the police. When they came, he instantly became, there was an issue and he became a suspect. And I think with this one, I'll get your thoughts first before I get my thoughts.
No,
So basically police came to the house and they tased him. And it was his house, and he was
like David Chappelle. this nigga knows to live here. Sprinkle some crack on him, Johnson. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
That type of fucking thing. It is fucking ridiculous, man. Because it's like these motherfuckers feel like we can't have shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you automatically the perpetrator. You're automatically the aggressor. You're automatically the negative person in this type of fucking situation, man. And it's fucking ridiculous that it happens so fucking much. That Dave Chappelle made a joke about the shit years ago. I think it was the Killing
almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. But and almost 20 years ago, and it's still shit. It's still type of shit. It's still fucking happening. And y'all want melanin people to not fear the police, to be able to depend on the police. But we do the right thing, and we call when something fucking happens, and we're victimized because we call because some shit happened to fucking us. Yeah, it's just straight and utter fucking bullshit. I hope them punk motherfuckers is fucking fired and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Take their motherfucking pension. And we've been talking about this shit for fucking ever. Just cops, period, with brutality and shit like that. Hit them motherfuckers in their goddamn pockets. They're gonna stop their bullshit then, man. It's just fucking ridiculous. What, you jealous because his brother got a nice ass motherfucking house? So you assume that he's the motherfucking perpetrator? When you call 911, they tell you to describe the fucking person. I had to call 911 in Augusta because handicapped person was walking down the street tripping fucking balls on my fucking way to work. They had me describe the fucking person. And I'm pretty sure if this dude is got burglarized or whatever, and he got a look at the perp or whatever, he's gonna be able to describe him. Also, he's not gonna open the fucking door for the police if he breaking into somebody's shit. Like, I mean, come on, you gotta use common sense and context clues. These motherfuckers just said, "Oh, it's a nigger, get him," and that was fucking it, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
So I agree with you, and I look at it two different ways. So the first way is if they were racist and was like, "Oh, we just gonna get him because we see him." There's that, but then there's also that bias is like you assume that this is the perpetrator because of what he looks like, right. And then also, I mean, the other thing to that is, I mean, what we're taught in firearm safety is when you call, you give as much information as you can without, there's been a shooting. I'm the homeowner. I look like this. Yada yada yada. Yep. Make sure the weapon's not in your hand. I mean, there's a lot of things you have to do to prepare for that situation and diffuse that situation. So, I mean, there's that piece too, and the fact that they have that bias going in that they may have just assumed based on that split second decision, and those split second decisions are based on bias a lot of times. So,
yeah. And then looking at him, the way he talked, the way he sounds, he probably, he articulated properly, so they probably automatically assume this was a Caucasian man calling us. Probably. He wasn't, man, these motherfuckers, like a lot of our people do fucking talk. He probably was articulating, and they assumed that this was the white guy calling, so they pulled up, and this was the fucking result of the bullshit.
I think that's the last one I have. So let's go back to the main, and we'll talk about the last one. So the last one we talked about it a little bit between you and I. Florida, damn Florida, and the one I want to talk about in particular is them trying to reframe what slavery was. And like, it was real big this week, and I think last week, where they were trying to make the argument that slavery really wasn't as bad as people tried to make it seem. I guarantee that a lot of the slaves got skills that they would have, that they were able to use and earn a wage after slavery. Bullshit. And to try to do that is racist as fuck at the highest level. I mean, that's the crazy shit to me, man. It's like, how are you gonna really try to do that, man? So what do you think about it? You were talking about Florida, so man, what do you think?
That's utter bullshit. Learn skills and all that type of bullshit before these motherfuckers took us from Africa. Goddamn it, we had skills already. We was fucking crushing shit already.
So I kind of lobbed it up for you to make that point. Good job.
Goddamn it, civilization fucking started in goddamn Africa. We learned skills, man. Fuck you, y'all motherfuckers ain't had no goddamn skills and shit like that. That's why y'all had us fucking doing this shit, you punk motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
There is so much shit that wouldn't have happened if we didn't bring our ancestors didn't bring them skills over here. So yes, damn right.
Africa would have been the superpower right now. Our ancestors had fucking everything fucking popping. Y'all saw that we had shit popping and wanted a piece of that shit. A lot of these fucking slave owners and shit that came over and got their motherfucking pieces of land went shit with some rapists and fucking thieves and shit in the first fucking place and fled their goddamn country to bring their punk asses the fuck over here. Fuck them, goddamn it. And to say, oh, it wasn't that bad, bitch. Florida in particular, they was feeding fucking babies to fucking alligators if they had some. They was fucking deformed. They was fucking castrating brothers just for the fucking fun of it, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And more. And I mean, I think that's the problem is if you. So right now we can still counteract that narrative, but what I worry about is 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, where they're trying to minimize the severity of it, and that's the shit that's not talked about. And it doesn't mean that you're trying to like dwell on it and use it as an excuse or a crutch to not be successful and no shit like that. No, you got to know your history, and you got to know that shit wasn't all sun rainbows and they weren't basically indentured servants or no shit like that. So don't even try to don't try to reframe the shit like, oh, it really wasn't that bad. They were just overhanging. And if I remember right, I think I remember reading somewhere that some of the shit that they learned in Europe during the Nazi time, they learned from some of the shit they were doing to black people over here. Yeah. I think I remember reading that from somewhere.
That's what they did to the Jews in those concentration camps and shit.
Yeah, I think that's what they picked up game from there and just borrowed it and just just repeated what they learned. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, so y'all watch out for that shit, man. Like, teach your kids, teach your friends' kids, everybody's kids, all that shit, man. Just
and don't let nobody fucking say, oh, that shit happened X amount of years ago. You should fucking forget it. They do this shit every fucking year. They put remember 9/11 every fucking year. We're not supposed to forget fucking 9/11. Hell no, you ain't supposed to forget fucking slavery either. Us that's still walking and talking and breathing right now, we're the result of our ancestors who fucking survived or fucking escaped around that bitch, man. So don't sit up there and tell us to forget this. Oh, slavery wasn't that bad. Let's switch roles for a fucking week and see how y'all motherfuckers like that shit. There's actually a dude that he does these comedy type skit shit.
Oh, I know something about. Yeah,
and he dressed up as a slavery to a civil rights little reenactment shit. Boy, they had a big old motherfucking stink. Well, we're not reenacting that part of fucking history. Why the fuck not? Let that shit come
call it straight, man.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying, okay, oh, white people should bow down. Like you see in some of the videos that you got all these white people,
like the white people watching black people speak. That shit's so dumb.
Yeah, you ain't got to do all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just acknowledge the fucking shit as history, like it fucking was. Just like in the Revolutionary War, y'all depict the British as these fucking ruthless ass fucking tyrannic fucking rulers and all this other fucking shit. Do the same shit. Just keep the fucking energy to goddamn thing. That's it. Because it's part of history.
That's it. I mean,
and it's not black people history. It's our history. It's American history. The shit fucking happened. Most of this shit on this fucking in this country would not have been built, would have not been created, would have not even been fucking thought of if our ancestors wasn't taken from Africa and brought over here to do this to perform fucking slavery. The ones that made it to the fucking states. Yep. So get the fuck out of here, man. You had motherfuckers jumping off the ship instead of goddamn coming over here to be fucking slave. I'd rather fucking die.
The craziest story is like when you start learning about like black pirates and shit. That's some wild shit. Like out in the South Carolina area and shit. Yeah. That shit is crazy. Yeah. So I mean,
I've been looking for one to talk about.
I give you some. I think I got a couple. But yeah, once you start learning about like that history, like those are things that you don't know. That's just like fascinating. And it's not that you look at it from like I'm gonna teach you this history so you can hate all white people. That's just stupid. It's you learn the history so you don't repeat the same mistakes. That's it.
Like Black History Month here for Keontae last year. They didn't even teach nothing Black history, bro. They focused on the Revolutionary War. So you know what I did? I supplemented that shit when my fucking son came home.
And
this was
you
this,
have to,
and that was this, and this was that. And I reiterate, you're not supposed to dislike white people because after I told him, you know what I'm saying, the truth about a lot of this shit, he was kind of on the fence. But I was like, no, don't dislike them at all. That's just part of fucking history. The people that's living now, they didn't have nothing to do with it. True enough. But this is still fucking history that you need to fucking know. And it's a history that's not being spread. Prime example, Janeke, she's from Guam. Guam is the U.S. fucking territory. They knew nothing about racism and the intricacies of slavery and all that shit. They knew nothing about that shit, bro. She ain't know nothing how bad it was until she got here and actually saw it for herself and listened to everything I was fucking explaining. That shit should be fucking known every fucking where across the world. If motherfuckers can pop, lock, and drop it and fucking do fucking spin dances and rap in every fucking country around this goddamn world. They need to know about that bullshit too.
Right. And like you were saying to that point about, you weren't there during the time, guaranteed that there's benefits to that shit that a lot of people benefit from. And that's what the reparation argument is. We talked about that before. It's not about the fact that, I wasn't there, so why should I be penalized for that? There's benefits and things that were afforded because of that, the backs of our ancestors. And you have to acknowledge that. You have to respect that. You have to tell the truth about that. And I think that's what's missing.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Hell, they're even, as far as reparations, and that's the last thing I got, man, they're even telling fucking states, if you're talking about fucking reparations, we're gonna pull federal funding from your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, that's a bill they tried to pass, but that's gamesman shit right there. Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Fuck. But even to have that idea, that concept, to even put that fucking threat in the fucking atmosphere, that speaks fucking volumes to me as a melanin brother in this country, bro.
Sure. I'm with you on that. Because, and I know some of the states, I think Florida, again, is like doing like state funding to like certain like state funded institutions like libraries and schools and shit. So yeah.
Like Florida, when it's time to vote, get that motherfucker out of there, bro. I don't really care for voting and shit like that, but get that motherfucker out of there. Get him out of there.
Yes.
Let it be a melanin brother with fucking dreads and shit from fucking Haiti that fucking go up. I'll be a resident of Florida just to vote for that motherfucker, bro.
Put a Miami in that bad boy.
Yeah, get that. Hey, give me a fucking a Cuban or some shit, man. Like, get that motherfucker out of there. And they was talking about that shit too. He's all anti this and anti that, but this motherfucker's people ain't even from fucking America, bro.
That's a topic right there that we will not touch today. Because that's a whole nother topic.
It is. I'm off my soapbox.
We'll talk about that.
I'm starting to sweat and shit over here, man. You got me goddamn heated around this bitch.
Right. But I mean that's one. So to end it off on the topic, there's still racist shit out here. Be mindful of it. Pay attention. It's not the end of the world. It's not going. I mean, it can impact your life. But do what you can. Stick together. Look out for your people. Do what you can, man. So as you guys know, we like nerdy shit. So I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about with like superhero movies. And I was listening to a podcast last week talking about like why superhero movies are in decline and all that shit. And I watched the animated Green Lantern movie. And while I liked it, I had my issues with it. And I started thinking about like some of the anime movies I watch. And so with that, I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about like, since we kind of are fans of both, like, what do you think the difference is between like comics and comic book movies and all that shit? Like, your Marvel, your DC, stuff like that versus anime and manga.
Honestly, that's kind of hard because I'm not like a big comic book guy. The biggest thing I would say is the way you read that motherfucker. But the biggest difference is these comic books have been around, these superheroes, DC, Marvel, they've been around for damn near a millennia, feels like, you know what I'm saying? People are used to that. People are seeing that. But anime and manga is really starting to take the forefront of, you know what I'm saying, that kind of that world or whatever. Like, anime used to didn't be cool, but now everybody's into anime, rappers and actors and everything like that. So anime and manga is starting to really take the fucking forefront for most people, but some people as those are diehard comic guys. And like you were saying, the decline with superhero movies, my personal opinion, motherfuckers is tired of superhero movies. I mean, it's the same shit. Like, you gonna get the same shit. You already know what you're gonna get. Like, I'm not even excited for World War Hulk because I know they're gonna fuck it up. It's not gonna be nowhere near what the fuck it should be. I know it's not, but it's just the anime is what's popping right now. Superheroes ain't popping as much as anime starting to fucking pop now. Like, everybody is anime this. We got shirts and all this other shit and anime theme this and anime theme that, and they get it from the mangas because once they start watching the anime, because I know a lot of people do it because I do it. Like, I watch an anime, it's just really good, one season, boom. Let me see if they got a fucking manga of this shit. Then they start reading fucking manga. I don't feel like they're really doing the same thing with these comics because they already know what the fuck is really gonna go on. Thor gonna throw his fucking hammer some fucking where. Fucking Spider-Man's gonna hit you with the one motherfucking time.
Not the
one time, you know what I'm saying? Even though I will say I am excited for the next Spider-Man with fucking Venom, because Venom, I enjoyed Venom. I don't know if you've seen the Venoms, but I enjoyed those.
I hadn't seen the last one.
No, those was good, man. I mean, it was fucking funny as fuck, man. Like he was typing and he typed dick across the whole screen several fucking times. This shit was fucking funny. It was tick 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 tick. This shit was fucking hilarious. But yeah, really in a fucking nutshell, man. Anime and manga and shit like that is starting to become the forefront of entertainment in this kind of field of entertainment. Superheroes, the Marvel, the DC, they're slowly, I feel like, taking the fucking back burner, because you're seeing more live action animes, and they dropping anime this, and they got new mangas for this and this, everything like that. You got you know what I'm saying, the Melanin Brothers that's getting into anime, and people are starting to have their own little anime companies and entertainment inks and all this other fucking shit here in the fucking US, and it's starting to be broader than Japan. Comics is slowly taking a back burner.
Yeah.
What you think?
Thank you. Now that you turned it over to me, so for me, whatever. I think about the philosophies are really different, and it's really evident in the like if I take and I'm gonna use, for example, the Green Lantern movie that I watched and compare it to the Mugen Train movie from Demon Slayer that I watched, and it kind of shows a difference in philosophy. So the way the Green Lantern movie is designed is, so if you don't know anything about Green Lanterns and shit like that, they try to make the movies accessible for everybody, and you dumb down the story and you water down the story, and you don't tell as good of a story as you can, because you're trying to hit all these high points. It's almost like bullet points a lot of times. It's like Superman, or like it was like this: John Stewart gets a ring, John Stewart learned how to use a ring, John Stewart meets Hawk Girl, John Stewart meets Vixen, John Stewart fights, Hal Jordan does this happens, and you know, you don't have time to really soak that in. Whereas the Demon Slayer movie, in comparison, it picks up right in the middle of two arcs. So they don't take, like, you have to watch that shit before to really get a good understanding of what's going on. And what I appreciate about that is it respects the viewers, I think. Like it respects the ability of the viewer to be like, okay, while I may not know about these characters going in, I'm going to do the research that I need in order to be up to speed. And because of that, I think it's easier to do in manga and shit like that. One Piece aside, but even One Piece to some respects, you can still do it. So like if you like see some scenes for some One Piece and you're like, where the hell do I start with One Piece? Book one. It's easy. Yeah. You ain't got to figure it out. I mean, and that's now true. With comic books, it's not that simple. I mean, because when I tried to get back in comic books about 8-9 years ago, and you had to get like this book, and then this story is over here, and this book, and this book, and this book, and this book, and you gotta
say,
like, get a guy, and then you're like, just fuck it, I don't care. And then by the time you get invested, there's a reboot or a retcon or whatever the case may be. And I mean, I think the only anime that's kind of had like some retcons, if you will, is Dragon Ball. So like Dragon Ball GT kind of ignored some of the shit, and basically Dragon Ball Super says, no, Dragon Ball GT didn't happen. We just gonna ignore that shit happened. And even when you compare Dragon Ball Super to Dragon Ball Z, I mean, there's slight continuity changes too, but as a whole, you kind of have to watch Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super to know them characters. And I think that's the big difference to me from the reader perspective is, you know, they don't take it to the fact that, you know, we're trying to get everybody with every comic. And then that barrier entry is so steep in comics that you just can't start from like if I wanted to know about Spider-Man right now, where the fuck do I start? Yeah. Like, or I mean, and you know, we know the basic: great power comes great responsibility. Every few years they redo the origin or whatever, and they do that because they keep trying to bring in new readers instead of just like starting with that core. Or like even when the movies, like I am so tired of Batman movies seeing his parents get shot in the alley. We do not need to see that anymore. Like,
we get it.
Let's go. Like, we know who the fuck Batman is. Like, tell a Batman story. Like, Joker's an awesome villain.
Yeah,
I want to.
That's why I respect the show Gotham. That's why I like Gotham.
See, and I hated Gotham, and I'm gonna tell you why I hated Gotham. And the reason why I hated Gotham was because I liked that concept of like kind of before Batman became Batman, and that was cool, kind of making it like a crime thriller and all that shit. But then they started playing like, hey, guess what? Wink, wink. This is gonna be Catwoman. Hey, this might be Poison Ivy.
They did do that,
and that shit started getting on my nerves. And it was like, don't do that. Just tell a good story. And I think in a lot of times, anime and shit is like story first, all that other shit secondary.
Yeah,
and you can follow it. And the other thing I think about too is like you see a lot of characters. Think about like Goku. Think about any of your shonen protagonists. Goku, Asta, Naruto, Ichigo, training. You know what I'm saying? Like training to get better to defeat an opponent. How often have you seen like Batman train? Like, how do we know how Batman knows how to fight? I mean, you can find it in some data book somewhere. How do we know how Batman knows all this tech? How do we know how Batman knows fucking everything? Like, how do we know that shit? Like, and how does Superman go from like Smallville to Fortress of Solitude and then interplanetary shit? Like, Superman, I mean, and granted, their powers are different and, you know, they're on a different level, and I got that, but you never see them like having to train and strive to get better. And I think that's the thing that, you know, as a reader, you can latch on to anime and be like, oh, you know, this is about improvement. How do I get better? Like Asta. I mean, Asta's the perfect example. I mean, Deku too, for a lot of respects. You know, they have to consistently work to get better. Nothing is handed to them. There's no ass pulls. They're ass pulls a fairy tale. But you know, that's one thing I appreciate about anime and manga too, is that you see them train, you see them struggle, you see them, you know, try to get better. You see what it took to get them to that point. I mean, take Goku. Half of Dragon Ball is Goku training. So you know that you don't see that with like Superman. And granted, you don't necessarily have to because it's so OP. But even in the movie, the fucking Green Lantern movie, I won't spoil it. You're not gonna watch it, but John Stewart, the new Green Lantern, beats people that there is no way in hell he should have beat as a new Green Lantern. And they lightly touched him training a little bit, but you know, he never went to OA and never trained in the Corps. They never showed all that. So you don't get that feeling like when he wins and defeats those characters, it doesn't feel earned a lot of times. And I think that's the difference for me. It's like when you see Asta surpass his limits, it feels earned. We're still watching Black Clover in this house, so Black Clover is still there. So I mean, and shit, Asta's probably training right now. But yeah, I mean, and that to me is the main difference between the two.
And that's good that you said that, man. It made me think about something I'm rewatching now. I'm letting shit build. It's called Kenichi.
History's Strongest Disciple.
Yeah. I've seen it before, but I'm watching it over, and it's exactly that. You see him, you know what I'm saying, climbing these fucking levels, getting stronger and stronger. The only superhero I would say that kind of does that is Invincible. I would say Invincible kind of does that.
But that's influenced a lot too by like anime and manga.
It is.
But yes, you're right.
His daddy beat his ass. I can always have another son. He beat his motherfucking ass.
Have you watched Adam and Eve yet?
We starting tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
Tomorrow.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah, because the second season is dropping like November, I think. Invincible.
Yeah,
but that's some good shit too, man.
But
you're absolutely right. There's no substance when it comes to like, you know, DC and Marvel. It's just that's them. They're gonna do it. They did it. It's done.
And that's why. Yeah, go ahead.
Versus, you know, anime and manga where it's he's strong, but he got his ass beat by somebody stronger, so he's gonna train to fucking get stronger and eventually maybe possibly beat that motherfucker. They allow the suspense to build. Comics and superhero movies, the suspense isn't gonna build. You know what the fuck gonna happen. You know Spider-Man gonna fucking win. You know Thor's gonna fucking win. But
I mean, and even if you know that they win, you don't like take Superman for example. Like even in the Superman movies, Like Superman that's why I don't really like Superman as a character, because he's boring to me. I mean, there's a couple good Superman stories out there. Injustice, Kingdom Come are a couple good stories, but they peel back what that shit means, or for different reasons. But you never like see them become who they are, and that shit that's why it's boring to me. It's like Superman's like, oh, guess what? Spider-Man 2, they hold their punches to really not show their true power. Okay, whatever. So they're really not even trying. Okay, great.
Yeah. Anime, we're gonna give you everything we got.
And then some, right. I mean, shit, we watching Baki right now. Baki, all it is hey, I'm gonna train. Like, they go through what shadow boxing means. I'm not gonna spoil it. I promise you, I'm not gonna spoil it.
I was like, this motherfucker about to do it. God damn it. Nope.
I'm not gonna do any
today.
I won't spoil it because it just came out this week, so I won't spoil it. But in Baki, in the past seasons, you see them training to gradually get better and learn. And hell, you see Baki shadow boxing. Like, and they really go into like how shadow boxing works, and there's research into those theories. And that's another thing I appreciate too, is a level of research that goes into like techniques. It's like grounded in like real shit, like Kenichi. Those are I think 7 different martial arts. And
you got karate, you got jujitsu, you got Muay. But those are real fucking shits.
Yeah, and they give you real techniques and real philosophies and real fight strategies of those martial arts. So the people take the time to do the research, and it fits in the story. So you can really appreciate the level of thought that goes into creating the character versus I'm strong and I got a ring that shoots beams.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like comics. Love comics still. But I mean, that's where over the years, I go back to anime and manga because of that reason. Between that and the fact that every time you get good into some shit reboots. So that gets frustrating too. So like, and especially in comics, I like reading like the one-offs and the one-shots and the side stories and the Elseworlds because they're completed stories. That's the other thing too, is you have a better likelihood of ending a story for a character.
And I can appreciate that too, because sometimes it just needs to stop.
Yeah.
You just need to find a fucking stopping point. It's they've reached their limit. They're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the final check-in, the 100th check-in, man. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, how was your smoke? I see you got your toothpick with your cigar and shit. I don't know what it's really called when I say toothpick.
Perfect draw, cigar tool.
Yeah, man. So, how's your smoke? How's your drink, bro?
The drink is good, man. It goes good with the cigar. The cigar is good too. I'm gonna keep it going. The construction is good. The burn is good. I think I touched it up once because I was talking, but other than that, man, it's been pretty good. I'm gonna nub it as far as I can because I paid for it. Like I said before, I don't think it's worth the price, but it's still a good cigar. If it were significantly cheaper, I would get more, but at that price, hell no. Give me some Alma Fuertes, like I said. So, that's what I said. I mean, it's just the price, really, is it? I mean, for the price you get, and you have to factor that in because I've had some $8 cigars that have been good as hell. Not saying that those cigars are better than this one. It's just when you factor in that whole like Lee Mack does. He does a rating of value is one of the points on the scale, and so I don't think I'm getting the good value out of this for what it is. But it's still a good cigar. So what about you, man? How's that 1502 and that fresh moonshine?
That moonshine vodka. But the cigar was good, man. It burned a little fast, but like I said, that's probably like a more of a porch cigar for me. Like I'd smoke that shit, just listen to music and vibe it, man. But it went real good with the pa'au, pa'ua. My Hawaiian folks, if y'all watching, man, y'all tell me how to pronounce this shit in the comments.
No, it had to be good. He brought the bottle out. He don't ever bring the bottle out.
I don't ever bring the bottle out. But I mean, it was good, man. Like I said, that shit tastes is smooth as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's, and it smelled like fucking moonshine. So I said, God damn it, it's moonshine. But it was a good pairing, man. Like I said in the last check-in, this is my first time pairing that with a cigar, and it worked out really fucking good, man. I'm waiting on my sis, Bert. Go ahead and send me some more. The money on the way. So it's coming, man. It's not that expensive either, man. It's like $17 a bottle.
Not really bad.
Yeah. So it's
especially
really
for something
good.
like.
And I'm also probably gonna Spurs because Jason Momoa fucking dropped his bottle too. So I want to see what that's
real?
about.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
he just dropped his bottle, so I'm gonna get one of those too. Maybe I have it on here soon, but
let me know when you get it. I'll see if I can find it here and we do a tasting of it and compare.
Yeah, he released that shit in Costco, so you'll probably be able to find it.
Well, here the Costco doesn't have liquor inside the Costco. It's you have to go. There's liquor store by Costco. So
yeah,
but let me know. I'll look into it and see if I can find it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a name, man. Maybe we'll do a fucking accessory check in, both of us trying the shit. But all in all, man, not a bad pair, man. It's pretty good, man. I can't complain. I'm feeling pretty good right now. 100.
All right, before we close this thing out, couple things to add. This is episode 100. We hope for 100 more. We ain't stopping. One thing we will say as an announcement, this video will be out if you are watching this now on a Thursday when it came out. The next day, we should be active on everywhere you get your podcast. So you can listen to Fowl Language on your drive if you want to. So we'll let you know when that happens. Be looking out for that. You got anything for the people before we leave?
Hey, like bro said, man, soon y'all gonna be able to ride to the Fowl Language, man. So y'all gonna tune in, Spotify, all that good shit, man. That's on the way.
Yes, sir. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for the trolls. We'll have another troll comment episode in the future.
Oh, it's coming.
Yes, sir. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Check out Melon Warrior. Check out MF Research. We got a whole thing going on.